When President Muhammadu Buhari took over power earlier this year, he promised to fight corruption. He said that corruption has been responsible for the nation's underdevelopment. In his quest to crush the scourge, President Buhari would be working with anti-corruption agencies like the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission. This week's edition of the program takes a look at the fight against corruption. Hello there, thank you for joining me on the program this week. I'm Gloria Umezuke. According to the global anti-corruption body Transparency International, corruption is pervasive in Nigeria and manifests in various forms. It is rampant both in the public and private, formal and informal sectors of the economy. Well, this is manifested in various forms. Corruption cases have suffered unending postponements, while those prosecuting corruption cases are left uncatered for. In the interview segment, we'll look at the ICPC anti-corruption crusade. But next on Dateline Abuja, I'll tell you about how the federal government went a step further in its fight against corruption by encouraging young people to join the train. Take a listen. According to Transparency International's Corruption Perceptions Index for 2014, Nigeria is ranked among countries with the worst corruption record. Only recently, President Muhammadu Buhari stated that corruption is the greatest form of human rights violation. He explained that corruption is responsible for dilapidated infrastructure in almost all the sectors of the economy, hence his determination to fight corruption. At a forum in Abuja, young people from across the country were mobilized to become agents of the anti-corruption fight. The Minister of Youth Development, who was a students' leader during his time, enjoined young people to shun every form of corruption.
There is no better time to engage ourselves in reintegrating the problematic issue of corruption and how it frustrates development of human condition, most especially the youthful population, than now. This engagement with you today is part of the obvious commitment to my self-confessed fight against corruption in its entire ramification.
For the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission, majority of corrupt people in Nigeria are not youths because they're mostly above 35 years. However, the Commission maintained that young people suffer most from the result of such corruption.
The persons who cause a lot of problems in society the world over and create wars happen to be outside the bracket of 18 to 35. But who are the people who fight the war? Who? Who? Fine. The moment you realize that you are going to be the victims, you will begin to do a rethink of your engagement in the war against corruption.
The ICPC says it's a priority to obtain strong commitment to transparency by catching them young, hence the involvement of these young people, and the Commission is hoping that the passion to fight corruption will linger in these young minds.
The youth are ready to volunteer in making sure that corruption in the country is not only President Muhammadu Buhari's thing. Every youth are ready now, like what we heard in the conference, to support the present administration in fighting corruption.
If youth can come together and stand for our rights, I believe Nigeria can be great.
The fight against corruption involves teamwork, and these young people have joined the train. The hope is that their involvement will nip corrupt acts in the bud.